are these people?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Excuse me here. Let's see here. My name is Angel Rivera. We got Alex Knight here. We got Miss Witchy Perfect.
Hello.
Allegedly.
Allegedly? I'm a
Can't see
figment
you,
of your
so
imagination.
I can't see you, so that's why I said that. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hope everybody has had a great week. We got a lot to talk about. My God, ow, my neck. Oh my God, I mean, we got a lot to talk about. So, hope everybody likes and subscribes. Let's see. So, whoops, hold on. Yeah. So let's see. We got mind reading AI brain control tech. So that'll be fun.
We got Stellar Blade Blood Rain using AI for music video.
Oh God. Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot more of that. We also got allegedly the Iranians hacking into 30 Minnesota water plants and messing with their stuff. So
Was that reported by what's that kid? Reporting the Minnesota stuff.
no, I don't. Yeah, yeah, I know you're talking about, but this is reported by Cyber News, which we'll get to that in a little moment.
Hey, what's wrong with Minnesota?
Minnesota.
We got GOP senators losing confidence in Pete Hegseth as the Iranian war continues, or whatever.
And they won't tell us whether Mitch McConnell is dead or not.
Trust me, he's dead.
Yeah, apparently he has disappeared. What, over a 3-week period? Nobody's heard or seen from him.
What the
So
fuck?
allegedly,
Get him on a milk carton. They'll find him.
He is the former Senate Majority Leader, or former leader of the Republicans in the Senate just a year ago, and he's gone, and nobody in Washington doesn't bother asking for this guy. like we all know that he's lost whatever faculties he has left. I mean, he's just falling on his face. He's face planting, or he's like glitching out.
On his dick. He fell on his dick.
Yeah, he's glitching out. Like he's literally done the whole. He's done a press conference where he just stares like, like that, and and they have to literally like do this, and eventually they have to whisk him off stage because he's completely like.
This is why we need term limits.
And yeah, that's true. And we also got Netanyahu proposing phasing out U.S. military aid to Israel over the next 10 years, which is a total lie. And there's a reason. I think there's a reason why he's proposing it, even though we all know ultimately the U.S. is going to keep financing Israel's military. He's proposing it, allegedly, for a reason. I think he knows how unpopular the Israeli military is with Americans, especially the IDF, and especially this war in Gaza. So he's trying to give Trump and the Republicans a way out. It's like, hey, look, what are you talking about? We're going to stop funding Israel in the next 10 years anyways. So it's okay that we fund them now. The Trump administration is also ending Medicare Part D premium assistance. So if you guys don't know what Medicare Part D is, it's basically a privatized version of Medicare, which was passed during the Bush administration or the second Bush administration. So, so the Trump administration is ending subsidies for that. So, now we expect premiums to go up for Medicare Part D. Great.
Yeah, fuck you, poor people. Fuck you, old poor people.
So and so much more. Yeah, pretty much Medicare Part D is for poor people, pretty much. Well, not really. I mean, it's like a privatized version of Medicare. I mean, it's
What, you mean like the rich people? The rich people don't care. We have enough money and we'll always get subsidies. You cad.
Kieran says Turtle's good, merely gone into a shell. Well, he needs to come out before he loses whatever power he has left in Washington. And so much more since you guys decided to watch this show. That means you
have chosen wisely.
Yep, so like and subscribe, and I think let's get into it. Let's see, what do I got here? Here we go. Let's start with this, if I can do that. There we go. Hold on. No. Hold on. We'll get to that in a moment. I just need to get rid of that. For some reason, I have to do this, or else it won't work.
Technical difficulties, please hold.
Or else it won't work the way I want it to. So we got the local Teamsters 804 passes a resolution to defend Haitian and Syrian immigrants in the face of Trump's attacks on TPS, which is temporary protective status, by the way.
Remember when Kyle Gunski went after Teamsters for not endorsing Kamala?
Ooh. Well, yeah. I mean, Teamsters didn't really endorse, I think, in 24. Yeah. So ultimately, Trump won, and of course, Teamsters have to take responsibility for that because leftists lost their minds. With the cancellation of TPS, 300,000 more immigrant workers are at risk of deportation. In response, the New York City Teamsters Local 804 overwhelmingly passed a resolution to stop deportation of Haitian and Syrian workers. The rest of the labor movement should follow this example and go further to defend immigrant workers and communities. So,
you might want to share Ellen's response.
The what?
Just share it on.
See, I don't.
It's gone or whatever she said.
I don't know why. I mean, it should be streaming still, as far as I know. So hold on. Here we go. Let's see. In June, the Supreme Court upheld Trump administration's and DHS's cancellation of TPS. The ruling only is the most recent of the devastating attacks the Trump administration offensive against immigrant workers and communities. And its impacts already began to show instability and insecurity in communities and workplaces across the United States. The labor movement has a key role to play in fighting back against the egregious attack alongside every attack against our immigrant friends, neighbors, and co-workers. This week, rank-and-file members of Teamsters Local 804, which represents UPS and Amazon workers in Queens, voted in a resolution to stop deportation of Haitian and Syrian workers. I don't know how that would work because they can't do anything about it. This resolution is monumental, especially for Amazon workers, which in NYC include a huge number of Haitian workers. Okay, let's see. TPS was created by Congress in 1990 to provide immigrants a legal pathway to a visa and work authorization that cannot return to their home countries because of natural disaster, armed conflict, or war. 300,000 people have had TPS prior to its cancellation in June, and some of these recipients have been in the United States for decades on this status. For many, the threat of deportation is not just a matter of leaving one's family, job, and community, but a matter of life and death. As of last week, GPS officially ended for Haitian and Syrian recipients, stripping immigrants of their right to work and their legal status. Haitians first received GPS at the catastrophic earthquake in 2010, and today the U.S. State Department warns against travel to Haiti due
Oh
to safety
no! What are
risks.
the rich going to do now that they don't have their slave laborers?
Yeah, I mean, the State Department warns against travel to Haiti due to safety risk and the risk of crime, kidnapping, terrorism, and unrest, and limited health care. The State Department even advises U.S. citizens in Haiti to prepare a will. That's nice. Yet the state has no problem deporting hundreds of thousands of Haitians back to war zone like conditions. And this tracks for a president who has targeted Haitian immigrants in revolting displays of racism over the last 2 years.
As if he's
These
the only president to be racist.
Yeah. Well, how dare he be racist, huh? Let's see what else we got here. The situation in Syria is also
Something
precarious.
happened.
What?
Oh, you froze for a second.
Oh, should be fine. The humanitarian crisis has persisted beyond the collapse of the Assad regime. In 2024, and Syrians face widespread food insecurity, internal displacement, and collapsing infrastructure. These catastrophic conditions have led migrants from Haiti and Syria to seek refuge in the United States, where oftentimes they have built a new sense of belonging and have become beloved members in their community. Multi-billion and trillion-dollar companies such as UPS and Amazon have no regard for their immigrant employees who they use and discard at the quest for profits. And it's not just immigrant communities; it's all of us. And in fact, they have deep allegiances with ICE, DHS, and Trump. It is up to workers themselves to reject the racist and chauvinist politics of the bourgeois state. I don't know what that means exactly. I'm butchering that word probably. And union leaderships. Democratic discussion and resolutions are a good place to start. The potential for workers to go further in fighting for immigrant rights is demonstrated in Minneapolis, where communities and workers organize a profound resistance to Trump offensive on immigrants. Below, we reproduce the Teamsters Local 804 resolution. La la la. So there you go.
Yeah, no,
Somehow,
I see a lot of these memes on X saying um, it's like Trump saying, "Oh, I'm going to deport all these immigrants," and there's a Native American standing in front of Trump going, "Oh, good. When are you leaving?"
yeah. So yeah, there you go. The unions are doing a virtue signaling thing here, which is not really going to do anything. So let's see what else we got here. We'll get to that. Here we go. Let's get to this. So
Well, that's a very good question there, Chris. You know why they don't hold Trump accountable? Because they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. They have children to rape.
why do we want to always defend or exonerate and not hold Trump accountable when he does racism? Not that we shouldn't hold past presidents accountable, but we always want to let Trump off the hook.
No, we did. If you're talking about with what I said, I wasn't saying that. We've gone over many times. Trump's stolen. People saying he acts like he's the only one, but there are others who've been racist too. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, but that's I don't. I don't really. Yeah, we've called it out plenty of times here, and other shows have called it out on the network. So I assume you're not referring to us, but let's see. So we got Russia charges Telegram founder Pavel Durov with aiding terrorism. Let's see how they aided terrorism. Russia's FSB, Federal Security Force, charged Pavel Durov, founder and owner of the messaging app Telegram, with aiding terrorism and subsequently placed him on an international wanted list. The FSB accused Telegram of failing to remove numerous channels, chats, and bots allegedly used by Ukrainian intelligence agencies. Terrorists and extremist organizations to prepare and coordinate acts of sabotage and terrorism, mass murder, and cyber fraud in Russia. The FSB also alleges that Ukraine security services use a Telegram dating chatbot to recruit Russian citizens, including minors, for attack on law enforcement and arson. The
Shocking.
FSB said 46 users of the chatbot between ages 12 and 22 have been detained across Russia since July 2025 in connection with the alleged scheme. Although Russia's investigative committee in separate statements and on the same chatbot cited 19 teenagers detained.
So why is Putin so dangerous again?
Why exactly are 12-year-olds on a dating site? Oh, I forgot. There's a bunch of fucking pedophiles.
Pavo Durov, the Russian-born entrepreneur who now holds French and Emirati citizenship, lives in Dubai, could face up to life in prison if convicted under Article 205.1 of the Russian Criminal Code. Earlier this year, Durov announced that Russian authorities have opened a criminal investigation against him and accused them of fabricating pretexts to restrict access to Telegram in an attempt to suppress the right to privacy and free speech. Telegram did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Wednesday.
And speaking of Dubai, I think you saw the tweet I sent in your chat, Angel, a few minutes ago before we started this.
I didn't look, but yeah, I mean, I could look at it. Wednesday charges are the latest escalation in Russia's long-running effort to bring the internet under state control, which has intensified since Moscow launched its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. It's almost 4 years since that invasion, by the way. How time flies. Russia has banned Facebook, Instagram, and X, and throttled YouTube and blocked messaging apps, including Signal and Viber. Never heard of Viber, and I don't really know what Signal is, but Russia attempted to block Telegram between 2018 and 2020, but failed, and authorities began effectively blocking it again in summer 2025. Rights groups have condemned Russia's Telegram restrictions in February as a blow to freedom and expression and warned towards further censorship measures in March. Durov has previously faced criminal scrutiny abroad, with French authorities arresting him at Paris's Le Bourget airport in August 2024. And he has spent 4 days in pretrial detentions over allegations that Telegram facilitated drug trafficking, child sexual abuse content, promotion of terrorism, and cyberbullying through inadequate content moderation. That's a mouthful. This designation may complicate international travel if other jurisdictions choose to act on Russia's request or any future Interpol notice. There you go.
Duh. We all know
Allegedly,
the files, and how are they going to find them? Telegram. That doesn't
allegedly,
to block them for everybody.
Oops.
So that's not fair.
yeah, so allegedly Telegram, is helping, or not helping, but getting, not stopping child pornography and,
Why would they? They're helping a bunch of pedophiles.
okay. Let's see what this is. The fake doctor is a landlord in Dubai. First time I saw him, he was a stone cold sociopath. The vocal fry left are desperate for a burly, manly guy to be their surrogate daddy. Fetterman, Blattner, Al Sayed.
So he's a landlord in Dubai.
Well, what's funny is when he released his tax returns, he put most of his income other. I'm not sure what that means. He just on his tax returns, I remember reading about that. What is other? What does that mean? And he's making millions apparently, but somehow it's under other. Okay, yeah. So apparently, a fake doctor is a landlord in Dubai. I mean, at this point, I know his parents have money, so I would not be surprised if he has. I would believe this. So there you go. Oops. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's share the next story. So we got. Where are we? Here we go. This is from Quartz on July 29th, which is a couple of days ago. Trump administration is scrapping a Medicare drug plan subsidy that helped keep premiums stable. What was called the Part D Premium Stabilization Demonstration, which gave insurers billions to hold down drug premiums, will end after this year.
Yeah, because fuck your grandma. She had enough time. But yet, fucking people in Congress are so fucking old, they remember the fucking Titanic sinking.
Remember also just a few days ago when Trump was saying, "I've done a lot better for your kids than your parents have," or whatever he said, which was just so insulting.
Trump's constantly saying, I think I did see that, but at the same time, it's like,
What did he say? I'm sorry, I
He
didn't
was
hear that.
saying,
What did he
"I've
say?
done much better for your kids than your parents," or whatever he said. In that.
Oh, fuck you, Trump. That means I fucked your kids. Fuck you, Trump. Try it.
Yeah, so Donald Trump is definitely a snake.
Snakes.
Like,
Why did it have to be snakes?
now, it
I
says
had it
this
with these motherfucking snakes.
on this motherfucking plane. This the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services said after examining 2027 plan bids, it determined insurers are now capable of setting prices for their plans on their own without program's financial backing. CMS said that it will discontinue the Part D premium stabilization demonstration at the end of the year, returning the program to standard market conditions in 2027.
Translation, guess what? You're going to be paying more, Grandma.
And
The time has passed.
more people will be losing their insurance because Medicare Part D was allegedly supposed to be like supplemental insurance, privatized, but
Yeah.
more people can't afford it. So especially after these subsidies end. Let's see. CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz, yes, that Dr. Oz, by the way, from the TV doctor, said on social media Tuesday that the subsidies were no longer
Trust him as
necessary.
far as I can throw him.
Yeah, so this is the TV doctor. You know, he had a show for years until, of course, he ran for Senate against Fetterman, which most of the left supported Fetterman at the time. So it shows how much they know. And then now, since Fetterman defeated him, now he's in the Trump administration. So let's see. We're stabilizing the market, so this bailout's no longer needed. Premiums will go up by less than $10 for most Medicare recipients, with many even seeing lower premiums. Oz wrote. So in other words, it's like, oh, most of your premiums just go up by a couple bucks or $10 per year, and some of you may not even see a higher premium. So don't worry
That's
about
because
it.
you have rich people and you live in rich communities with a bunch of rich people and a bunch of pedophiles. So go fuck yourselves.
Let's see. The demonstration program covered 2025 and 2026 years, during which Washington funneled billions of dollars to health insurers to prevent Medicare drug premiums from rising sharply. The program was created by the Biden administration ahead of 2024 presidential election to offset premium increases that would have resulted from changes introduced by the Inflation Reduction Act, according to the New York Times. So, yeah, this was Biden doing this on an election year so he can win re-election. He probably would have ended it too, by the way. So if Biden would have won. Roughly 25 million Americans carry standalone Part D drug plans, according to Reuters. Those enrollees pay an average of $36 a month in premiums, according to the Times. The largest carriers in the Part D market include United Health Group, Humana, and CVS Health and Aetna. CVS Health's Aetna. So, the CVS own Aetna? I didn't know that. So CVS Health Aetna. Yeah, so CVS owns Aetna. Interesting. How much individual beneficiary pay in 2027 remains unclear. Its premiums vary across plans, and enrollees will be able to shop for coverage during the fall open enrollment period. CMS said that it expects to release its final 2027 premium plans in September. Let's see. CMS also released a preliminary 2027 bid information Tuesday. A national average monthly bid amount, a figure that feeds into calculation of government plan subsidies, will come in at $296.05 for the coming year. The national base beneficiary premium in 2027 will be $41.33, CMS said. A provision of the Inflation Reduction Act limits how fast premiums can grow, holding an annual increase of no more than 6% for 2029.
Shit. Bull fucking shit. These motherfuckers don't pay nothing. My dad pays over $100 and he's not on D. He's not on Medicare D.
No.
They keep fucking raising the fucking shit that people can't afford. They keep raising that shit, But this,
Yeah.
oh well, you're going to go down, rich people, because you deserve a break. You deserve to rape kids all day. You know what I mean? Of course, you know what I mean.
The,
Fucking
the
dick suckers.
announcement drew
Fucking dick.
the announcement drew criticism from Democratic officials and national advocacy groups. Kendall Whitmer, spokesman for the Democratic National Committee, said in a statement that Republicans are doing everything they can to make healthcare unaffordable for Americans, especially for seniors. ACHIP or
Tell that to my
AHIP,
father.
yeah, the main lobbying group for the insurance industry. So AHIP, the main lobbying group for the insurance industry, said it's still assessing the news, with spokesman Chris Bond noting that carriers are committed to making Part D coverage as affordable as possible despite surging drug costs, which is a lie. You think they care? The decision comes as CMS has also been expanding Medicare drug coverage in other areas. Earlier this month, the agency launched a pilot program giving eligible Medicare beneficiaries access to certain weight loss drugs for $50 a month. The first time Medicare has covered those medications for weight loss. There you go.
That's what Sean said. Weight loss drugs, meth it equals meth minus the fun.
Let's see. Oops. Chris says, I didn't mean to go on you guys regarding Trump. I just find the alternative left media cut Trump a lot of slack over the years in general, when Trump's actions told a different story.
All right.
Yeah, there is certain people on the left who not really excused it, more like, I'm not sure what word I would use,
Praised it.
But they, and their minds, certain people, and I'm not mentioning names, but certain people on the left thought that Kamala Harris be worse than Trump when it came to foreign policy, which is why a lot of them didn't tell people to vote for Trump, but they definitely told people not to vote for Kamala, and I did too. I told you not to vote for either of them, so that's why.
When
I
we were
voted
saying
for nobody.
Kamala, we were saying, that this is not the answer against Trump. Vote, either don't vote or vote Green Party or vote Independent. Those were
I didn't.
Well,
because
even the Green Party and third parties, even the third parties are all bought out.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Yep, I agree. That's why, me personally, I didn't tell anyone to vote for anything. I told you not to vote for anybody, in fact. So, not even third party, because we here, most of us in INN are what Indy calls post.
Yes, Golden, that is true. I remember certain people, and again, not going to name names, that said, oh, well, he hadn't started any wars, so he's going to keep the peace. Yeah, okay. Go suck a dick.
Yeah, that was total bullshit, because Trump, maybe he didn't start any wars in his first term, but he definitely
was
continued
coveting
them.
one. That's why they killed Osama Mooney.
Yeah, he definitely continued whatever wars Obama had started. So GOP senators warned confidence in Hegseth eroding as Iran war drags on. So we got, what is this? Is this going to work or not?
The pause in fighting is to give negotiations a chance.
Yeah,
and over the
you
weekend,
that?
U.S.
You're
Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, refuted reports that the U.S. has stopped fighting or paused fighting because munitions stockpiles are running low. Diplomats across the Middle East say negotiations are ongoing.
Central Command says the blockade on Iranian ports is still in place. But over the weekend, the skies over the Middle East were quiet.
Look, these perpetual negotiations are not going anywhere. Or not going nowhere, rather. I mean, Trump over and over says, oh, we got a deal. Oh, we don't have a deal. We have a deal. We don't have a deal. We have a deal. We don't have a deal.
Well,
we
which
have
is
a deal.
it, Trump?
We don't have a deal. And then the bombings continue, and the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continues, and there's more bombings, and, there's also...
Again, how do you know a politician is lying? When his mouth is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's touching his nose.
like that.
The U.S. and Iran paused airstrikes.
It's giving diplomacy some space. It's giving diplomacy
No,
a
it
little
isn't,
bit of
you
time.
fucking idiot.
U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, says negotiators are talking at all levels. He says President Donald Trump wants to make sure Iran never gets a nuclear weapon.
They
don't
won't.
have
They
one.
won't. They won't. It's against their
one-
fucking religions, you
This is
idiot.
the evidence. This is the evidence right here, folks.
God
right here.
fucking damn it.
Yeah, that's the same continued lie from this administration.
How many
That-
fucking times do they have to say, we don't want a nuclear bomb? Do they have to fucking pull it out of their ass? Do they literally have to have tiny turds hanging out of their mouth? Jesus
Some of
fucking
you
Christ.
may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Jesus fucking Christ, Peter.
Even though analysts say the war has depleted the Pentagon's munitions stockpile, Waltz says that's not why
Give
the
a
U.S.
fuck, I'm just
paused
making it work.
airstrike.
Well, that's a lie. And he claims that the U.S. didn't pause airstrikes because we ran out
By
of
the way-
bombs.
By the way, I forgot her name, but she was at the correspondence dinner just recently. And
Oh, Christian Welker?
Miller at the table.
I feel for my life.
Mhm.
Can you imagine me, a rich person? I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm sorry.
This is why I've mentioned this, and this is my thesis on politics since I entered the space. Politics is like WWE. Again, Christian Welker was at the White House Correspondence Center laughing it up with Stephen Miller, by the way. So
Yeah,
the
they all
alleged Nazi,
one
the alleged
promoter.
the alleged Jewish Nazi, by the way, which people in the media have called him. So it's like total bullshit.
The U.S. military, and I've verified this every which way, has
Just mute or
everything
just
that
mute?
it needs to tell you the people that are
it's
leading
not you. I can
Democrats
hear it.
invoke
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, I don't know. I can't hear it for some reason. Whatever.
people that are
can
leaking
read
this
it, but-
nonsense deserve to be in jail.
These guys are flailing, and this thing is
Uh,
completely stuck.
flailing?
This president got into this without a
Isn't this the guy that everyone
strategic
thought he
less than 100
Yeah, Mark Kelly. I don't know.
days out from the
you
midterm
saying,
election settled.
I said, isn't that the guy, that Mark Kelly guy, that everyone thought he was wearing a flesh mask or something? That's a
I don't
thing.
know.
Apparently, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
Well, certain serial killers. I mean, I'm into reading about and listening about serial killers. Certain of them do wear. They take off your face and they put it on as a mask, kind of like a fetish. So, yeah, it's very weird.
Wait. You have a thing about serial killers. Angel.
I like listening to true crime and stuff. So
Mm,
we talk about not we, but I've
now the
listened
truth
to
comes out.
true crime podcasts and content. So yeah.
The side control of Congress, Democrats invoked the war with Iran as they try to push a message of affordability.
Which, by the way, Kamala Harris would have fought if she was president, because that was always the plan, to invade Iran. So, to be fair, not invade Iran. Trump hasn't done that. He's bombed Iran back to the Stone Age, but he hasn't invaded, which means putting troops on the ground, which is Trump's kind of like, well, I have not put troops on the ground.
But it's the next step.
Well, yeah. That's his whole thing, It's like, I've not put troops on the ground. Unlike Obama, he put troops on the ground in Afghanistan. I didn't do that. I've not put troops on the ground in Iran. So
My ass cheeks, there's troops there. Trust me.
look, don't be surprised if it turns out there's American, what's the word I'm looking for? American,
Not missionaries.
What's the word?
Mercenaries.
Yeah, that or advisors. They call them advisors, on the ground against the rebel. Or
Is
in
that what
favor
they
of the
call it
rebel.
now?
Yeah, they're called like advisors. We don't have troops on the ground. We have more like American advisors to help the rebels, which are not rebels yet, as far as I know, but they will be, especially if they're planning a ground invasion at some point. There will be some rebels popping up, which will most likely be Al Qaeda, because Al Qaeda is Sunni and the Iranians are Shiites, I believe, so they hate each other. So
And we will fund both sides.
yeah. So there you go. They're losing confidence in Hexeth.
You didn't finish the video.
Man, I could finish.
You can vote for an America
I
that
can't
puts
hear
an
it
end
anyways
to
for
Donald
some
Trump's
reason.
reckless war of choice in Iran.
Oil
like
prices eased slightly over the weekend during this pause. Still, Iran and its proxy groups are threatening oil shipping across the Middle East, specifically through the Strait of Hormuz and part of the Red Sea. The Department of Energy says those two choke points control about a quarter of the world's oil supply. Vinay Simlat, News Nation, Washington.
So, there you go.
Also, I just wanted to point out, so me being a NASCAR fan, of course, I was watching NASCAR on TNT for the last few weeks, and every week they had shown a commercial of pro-war propaganda with Trump and Hegseth. It was like a minute-long commercial, whatever. It was so fucking frustrating.
NASCAR, I assume they have ties to the White House, or not necessarily ties to the White House, but they're supporting the White House or something.
Well,
because why?
Conservative sports, so.
Well, yeah, it's pretty conservative, I mean, especially when most races take place in the South, so.
Although in recent years they have gone more, they've been having some races outside the South, and
Well, yeah, I've seen, I've heard of races, that they actually got out of the South. Interesting, they're trying to expand. Let's see. So West Africa has become a huge cocaine trading hub. So scrutiny of other routes have changed trafficker strategies for shipping to Europe. As we all know, the Trump administration is allegedly bombing what they're calling drug ships or drug boats, even though there's really no evidence for that, but they're bombing into smithereens and murdering them. So let's see. Liberian police raided a bungalow in Dujan, a town between Monrovia, the capital, and its airport. Inside, they found two men with hundreds of packages of white powder that was stacked up to the ceiling. They arrested the men, and a Serbian and Spanish Colombian, and confiscated the packages. After 2 days of counting and testing, they said they seized high-grade cocaine with an estimated street value of $317
Yeah, we tried some of that cocaine. They fucking were testing it. They were testing it by taking it.
Yeah, let's just shove some of this up our nose to make sure it's actually cocaine. That's how they tested it, probably.
It reminds me of that CNN woman a long time ago in Syria when she was sniffing that backpacker or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she claimed she smelled accelerant or something somehow, like she's a dog.
Yeah, because that's what that especially after a poisonous what is it, raid of poisonous gas. Yeah, a human wants to go around and go, oh boy, that stings. I think I just inhaled it. Go suck a dick, bitch.
It's not even the biggest cocaine haul in Africa this year. In May, a ship flying the flag
and isn't that funny that they found zero cocaine in Venezuela?
To this day, there's cocaine in Africa. They're using Africa as trafficking wing, but not Venezuela.
Of course.
Even to this day.
They ain't blaming nobody. They ain't going after West Africa.
There's not even the biggest cocaine haul in Africa this year. In May, a ship flying the flag of the Comoro Islands between Mozambique and Madagascar was not the movie Madagascar. It's an island outside of Africa. It's an island off the coast of Africa. Was intercepted off the coast of Western Sahara, carrying almost 31 tons of the drug, more than the 30 seas in West Africa in all of 2025. Between 2019 and 2025, the volume of cocaine seized in the region each year increased by 50%. The size of the sea shipments have gone up too. In 2025, the average haul weighed 5.6 tons, compared to 2.4 tons in 2024. In a few years, West Africa has become one of the biggest hubs of sending cocaine to Europe. Man, we got to get our nose candy in Europe. I mean, come on. The region has long been a convenient waypoint about halfway between South America, where most of the world's cocaine is made, and Europe, where much of it is consumed. Corruption and lousy policing has also helped. Jos Ledekiers, a Dutch drug trafficker who is meant to be serving 24 years in a Dutch prison, is living comfortably in Sierra Leone. where he's reportedly be in a relationship with one of the president's daughters. No wonder why he has not been sent back to Dutch
Like
place,
Jeffrey
whatever it's called.
Epstein,
I'm sorry.
I saw another one from Nick Cruz, a good meme. It was they want your sons for their wars, and they want your daughters to give to Epstein.
Yeah, it looks like this drug trafficker is supposed to be in prison and is living in Sierra Leone, where he's dating one of the president's daughters. Yet in recent
And
years,
probably diddling kids. Yeah.
Mhm. And in recent years, a booming cocaine production increased policing in Europe of shipments from South America. And technological innovations by traffickers have increased both the amount of cocaine routed through the region and the number of countries implicated in the trade. Traffickers now bulk ship cocaine from South America to West Africa, where the port controls are relatively weak. Their shipments are repackaged and loaded into large mother vessels before being moved to smaller, high-speed boats known as go-fasts that hover around North Africa and the Canary Islands, or in the high seas. The boats are too fast for most navies to intercept safely. They bypass European ports for beaches and makeshift jetties. The increasing number of successful drug busts suggests authorities have gotten much better at intercepting the traffic. Much still slips through the net. The EU's Maritime Analysis Information Center, an enforcement body, reckons that over 100 tons of cocaine successfully made it from West Africa to European customers last year. Blah, blah, blah. So in other words, they're using West Africa to transport cocaine through Europe, or to Europe from West Africa, and I'm sure the West African governments are pocketing a ton of money in what
But I thought that all the drugs were in fucking Venezuela.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what Delcy Rodriguez.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit and it's bad for you guys.
Yeah, the expansion of legal trade around the region is helping the illegal sort. Ports, airports, land borders handle more cargo than they used to, so larger vessels carrying more drugs are easier to disguise. A former boss of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency believes that most cocaine enters the country by road from Sierra Leone, labeled as frozen foods. Kingpins from the Balkans to Brazil can monitor in real time what containers are being loaded at port or transferred out to sea. Police involved in the Duzan raid found the Starlink router. Starlink. So they're using Elon Musk's internet service to transport
I told you
these
Elon
drugs.
Musk, he's a fucking bastard. They're all fucking bastards. They hate you. They don't want you to exist. But they will do any fucking thing they want. They're doing it right in front of your motherfucking faces.
They found the Starlink router, a diving suit, waterproof GPS trackers that they suspect were used to keep the traffickers' bosses in the loop. Yeah, so they are trafficking massive amounts of cocaine.
Oh, trust me, I'm sure Elon Musk was very aware of this cocaine.
Yeah, so officials with puny salaries in Liberia, some are barely paid $100 a month. We have state actors we identify have been working with the cartel. We have officers that have been charged. Liberia's Inspector General of Police and Sierra Leone, Mr. Lediker, seem to have successfully swayed the entire state. Cocaine demand in Europe continues to rise. For the cartels, the occasional bust is merely the cost of doing business. So there you go.
Yeah, they don't go after those cartels. Those cartels will be living in Sierra Leone, and they'll be living the good life, while us poor people fucking struggle.
Yep. So let's go to this from Cyber News. I initially saw this on LinkedIn, and I was like, "Oh, this is an interesting story to cover. This allegation."
Fake news.
Yeah.
Iranian hackers hit 30 Minnesota's public water systems in a coordinated cyber attack.
Nah, you're so bullshit. That was your own fucking government, you fuckers.
Well, even I saw a video of Donald Trump basically saying, I don't believe the Iranians did it. I think it was Minnesota themselves and their incompetence, so he's blaming Tim Walz and his government for this.
After Americans.
Yeah, so he doesn't even believe the Iranians did it. So even the president of the United States is countering his government's own narrative. So it's like...
It was fucking Trump and his cronies, you idiots.
So Iranian-linked hackers allegedly targeted more than 30 Minnesota public water systems and coordinated weekend attacks. At least one municipal well and treatment plants were knocked offline, while other communities shifted to manual workarounds. Iran's nation-state hacking group Cyber Avengers is
What?
suspected to be behind the attacks.
So
What?
cool. Shit, your eyes are brown.
The attacks come as CISA expanded its warning about Iranian hackers targeting additional PLC devices using
It's not
critical
Iranian.
infrastructure.
It's your own fucking government. It's a bunch of rich people.
Speaking of Avengers, anyone excited for Doomsday? Really?
No.
I have not seen one of those
I don't like
movies
any
in
of those
years,
fucking
so-
Avenger movies. I hate them.
Yeah. To me, Avengers Endgame really was the endgame of Marvel.
Yeah, it was.
I think all of them are
So,
Endgame.
if Iranians tried to hack the U.S. water plants, this would pop up over. Like, I don't think they could do it, but maybe they can. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't buy this story
I
at all.
I don't buy the story that it was Iran. What they want is they want ground troops in Iran, so they're going to blame everything on Iran. This was a bunch of hackers who are in the United States who work for rich people because they fucking hate poor people.
Minnesota officials described the two-day attack, which began July 26, as one of the largest attacks on local water infrastructure in the state history. Minnesota IT Services, the state central technology organization, said in a statement posted on X. Wait, I lost track of what I was reading. Posted on its website. Posted on its website Tuesday that it immediately activated the state cybersecurity incident response capability. Was a bunch of interesting stuff there. Officials
No, I
also
do
say,
agree. As a technician myself, I do agree that nothing is ever 100% secure. But all these cyber attacks are literally your own fucking government. They want you to own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs, guys. This is how they get us into 15-minute fucking cities. This is how they get us into digital IDs. This is how they get us on digital currencies.
yeah, they already. I think we talked about UBI last week. You weren't on the show, but
Yeah.
I do agree with you that UBI is kind of nefarious because they're gonna put us all on digital. They'll give us UBI, but be digital currencies, and you can't criticize us. You can't do this. You can't do that, or else you don't get this
I was telling my
money.
dad the other day. I said I am not giving up because I'm taking a cybersecurity class. I know you did too, Angel.
Yeah, I finished mine. Yeah, but go ahead.
One of the things I was astonished at what this guy said. He works for CSS or something. It's some kind of CSS 50 or something. But anyway, he was talking about how you're supposed to wow. So you know how they have these password managers? Oh yeah, use your password managers. Yeah, give Google all your fucking passwords because God forbid Google wouldn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. But anyway, it was said that they're going to do more cyber attacks. Again, nothing is ever 100% secure. Now, that being said, the government knows this. Rich people know this. So they're going to try to scare you by all these cyber attacks. The electric went out. Oh, no, it was a cyber attack. Oh, my God. No, it fucking wasn't. It was them. Yeah. They're taking you offline. They are doing this right in your fucking face. They're pissing in your face and telling you it's raining.
Yeah. Because they definitely are going to, because I'm not sure the Iranians even have the computer experts to actually pull this attack off. Maybe if you tell me the Chinese did it or the Russians, maybe, but the Iranians, like, they're kind of, they're kind of backwards.
The communists did it.
The communists are coming. The communists are coming.
I hate to say this and not sound racist, but the Iranians are kind of backwards. They're not. They have a religious government and they into religious fatwas and stuff
now
like
wait,
that. So.
Now wait. You could say the same thing about the Amish and look at how that all ended. Well, I work mainly for the Amish. 99% of our customers are Amish. So you can say that about the Amish too. However.
Well, Go ahead. Oh,
No,
you're
I'm
done?
just saying how. Yeah, I'm just saying. However,
Oh.
look at me. I work mainly
Well, yeah.
with the army.
So the officials also said drinking water in these targeted municipalities remains safe, and no cities have asked residents to change
Yeah,
their
just look
water
out for the
usage.
fluoride or
You know,
fluoride.
I don't normally do stunts, but
Yeah, it's allegedly safe to drink that water, even though they were hacked, and they admitted to the hack by allegedly Iranians. So, the agency now said it's working closely with the Minnesota Department of Public Safety, the FBI, and other state and federal authorities to support affected communities and strengthen the security of the state's critical infrastructure. Hackers forced water systems into manual mode. 4 municipalities have been publicly identified so far, including Plymouth and South St. Paul in the Twin Cities metro area, as well as Maple
Why
Plain
is
and
it
Bahram.
always Minnesota? God
Yeah.
damn it!
And it gave another excuse to Trump to attack Minnesota and basically blamed them for the hack, and not the Iranians. Not even Trump believes it was the Iranians. So that shows you how ridiculous this narrative
But it was
is.
Trump and his friends. I mean, it wasn't Trump
Oh, well.
himself because Trump knows nothing about cybersecurity. But
Yeah.
I'm sure it was his rich ass fucking friends who hired a bunch of hackers. Okay, we're gonna take such and such down now, so let's just blame it on Iran.
In at least one city, the attack temporarily knocked the municipal well and water treatment plant offline, according to local media outlet. Other communities reported the attacks disrupted communications and automated operations, forcing staff to switch to manual workarounds. While state systems were restored.
Again, guys, they're pissing in your face and telling you it's raining.
Residents were told to limit water use before systems came back online about an hour and a half later.
Yeah, limit the water use so that rich people can fucking do it.
There was water, but there were no controls, telling the water where to go, the mayor said. Cyber Avengers had targeted U.S. water systems before. MNIT told Reuters that the timing, methods, and access to targeted infrastructure shares characteristics with previous coordinated attacks against the U.S. critical infrastructure.
No.
Also involving PLCs or programmable logic controllers.
Yeah, if you believe that, I got a bridge to tell you.
So you don't know what PLCs are. PLC devices are a critical component used to automate industrial control systems, or ICSs. So this is a PLC.
That looks like a big fucking switch server.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But this is a programmable logic controller, the type of industrial control device targeted in the weekend attack on 30 Minnesota water systems. So this is what it looks like.
A fucking 12-year-old can hack this shit. They don't need to blame Iran.
If it was actually a teenager who did this and they're blaming the Iranians, I mean, that's ridiculous. Zimmer said the agency used the term quote-unquote attack to describe the situation because investigators identified unauthorized access with malicious intent directed at these systems. And although MNIT is not formally attributed the attack to the Cyber Avengers, a well-known hacktivist collective with ties to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, the group has successfully breached other U.S. water and wastewater facilities in the past, just never on this scale.
They love their acronyms.
Yeah. In fact, the U.S. State Department's Reward for Justice program put up a $10 million bounty in 2024 asking for any information leading to the arrest of Iranian military officials linked to the group operation. So this is the guys who allegedly are behind us, and there's a $10 million reward for the information. Hamid,
this is probably all AI, and these people don't fucking exist.
Well, allegedly we have Hamid Humaya Yufral, Hamid Reza Lagorishian, Milhad Mansuri, Mahadi Lakshurigian, Mohammed Bagar Shunakar, and Reza Mohammed Amin Siberian. Sounds like I said Siberian, Serbia, but whatever. So you can go to this Tor link here to give information, which is on the deep web, by the way. So the government operates in the deep web, and they operate quite a bit on the deep web because there's a lot of child exploitation and pornography in the deep web. So you don't want to be there, basically, unless you're unless you're looking for that type of thing. And if you are, you're a sick bastard. Let's see. November 2023, the Cyber Avengers targeted Unitronics PLC controlled equipment at a Pennsylvania municipal water authority after exploiting an internet exposed device with default credentials. That's genius, by the way. I mean, you left an internet exposed device with default credentials. You know how easy it is to get into that?
Of course. Again, of course. Of course.
Of course.
It's like they were asking.
They're going to do that so that these hackers can get in. Again, you don't have to blame the Iranians. It's probably some 12-year-old down the street that they're paying to do this shit. And then blame Iran for it.
So as you got it, maybe if you have an internet router or whatever in your house, you look underneath in the bottom, there's default credentials. So in order to get in, there's the initial username and password there. Every device has this internet device. So
you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Elon Musk was behind it. I'm sure he is. He fucking wants chips in all of our brains.
So these geniuses in Pennsylvania Municipal Water Authority decided to leave an internet exposed device with default credentials in the bottom. So anybody, if you know what device it is, you can hack it pretty easily. Idiots. Also known as Shahid Kaval, a group claimed to exploited Unitronics PLC model V57 series specifically because the software used to run the device was made in Israel, defacing the system to state their agenda. So this is what the message said. You've been hacked. Down with Israel. Every equipment made in Israel.
Oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all. What the fuck? Down with Israel. Go fuck yourself.
This is the actual message that popped up.
That probably was from Israel. Jesus fucking Christ.
So you have the Star of David and the soaked in blood, and you have Gaza here, it looks like. And so that's the actual message. The nation state APT claimed attacks on at least 10 water treatment stations in Israel that same year. In response to the attack, all WWS facilities WWS facilities were urged to change the Unitronics PLC default password. You haven't done this before? Like they were asking to be hacked. The default password is still on these machines.
Incorporate a multi-factor, which is also called two-step factor.
Authentication, and either disconnect the PLC from the open internet or stop using the default TCP port. Which, why are you doing that to begin with? Everybody knows what the default TCP port is. If you're a hacker.
By Israel. I wouldn't be surprised if Israel's behind all these attacks. Again, they're working with rich people so that they can get us into 15-minute cities. So literally that we owe nothing, be happy, eat the bugs, and stay in your 15-minute cities, you fucking cockroaches.
Hey, Steph, stop being anti-Semitic.
Yeah, right. Fuck Israel.
Golden says the 6 Iranians don't look like cyberpunks. No, they don't. They look like normal.
They don't have to look like cyberpunks.
Hey, Angel, you want to go over majority report giving another
using Tor?
Oh yeah, I saw that clip and it's ridiculous. Yeah. Your Cord Lord says using Tor. Yeah. Well, they want people to go on the deep web to give them the information. Who would have been more capable of hacking and bypassing current systems? The Israelis. It's
not that hard. And
yeah, it's not even that hard.
To be honest, they talk about this in my cyber course. I can't believe this guy said that. Yeah, give Google all your passwords so that when someone hacks your computer now, and do the auto logins too, so that if someone hacks into your computer, that now they can become you. I was like, really? This guy is teaching cybersecurity and he's saying all that shit?
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust Google as far as I could throw my car.
What's funny is I took the Google cybersecurity course, and that not even what they said was don't store your password in password managers because they can be hacked pretty easily. So you got to be careful with storing your passwords there.
And they have one, guys.
Yeah,
they have their own Google password.
I took that course, and it's like, so they recommend either writing it on paper and then hiding it somewhere safe, like in a safe, or if you want to use a password manager.
This guy thinks you're a fucking moron if you have Post-it notes with your password on it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'd rather have a book of passwords because I know that the crooks trying to get into my house would be going for the jewelry and the money.
Yeah,
Not my password book.
Yeah, even Google doesn't recommend you putting in password managers. So it's like if you're gonna do that,
that is too ironic, right there.
yeah, even if you're gonna do that, then you gotta
Oh,
change your
shit.
passwords regularly. That's what they gotta change your passwords regularly, anyways. But especially leaving it in a password manager.
Right.
So CISA recently expanded an Iranian PLC warning. The attacks come less than a week after the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA, and the FBI expanded in April advisory warning that Iranian-affiliated hackers continue targeting internet-connected operational technology devices across U.S. critical infrastructure.
So they even gave you a warning that hackers were going to hack in. Doesn't even have you can take out Iran. Just that they warned that hackers were going to hack these devices. That's your clue, Sherlock.
Hackers gonna hack.
Hackers are going to hack.
Can I point this out? Why these computers on the internet? If they're in critical infrastructure, then it shouldn't be on the internet. It's like putting our new U.S. nuclear codes on the internet. Like anybody can hack them. Like that makes no sense. Like, get these computers off the internet.
Never underestimate the rich. They know what the fuck they're doing. They want this to happen. Oh, I'm sorry. We put the nuclear codes on the internet. Oh, well, bye, poor people. Have fun.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Zack Snyder's Justice League when Ben Affleck's Batman is like, so what are your powers? And he's like, I'm rich.
There you go. That's the power.
The only thing he had.
Batman
had no powers. He's not. You can't put him in the Justice League because he had no powers. He was just rich.
Sectors at high risk include government, energy services, facilities, as well as water and wastewater systems. This is the warning. This is actual warning here on Twitter or X, whatever Elon wants to call it these days. Let's see. The advisory warns that attackers are attempting to manipulate industrial processes and degrade safety functions, increasing the potential for real-world operational impacts and financial losses if internet-connected control systems remain exposed.
Don't say.
Why are they exposed?
Don't say, Sherlock.
Get them off the internet, or put password protections. It's not that hard to do.
Why would they do that when they could have rich people just pay hackers to hack and take down our system to scare us into 50-minute cities? Boogie, boogie, boogie. By the way, I just want to say that
reminds me when Rockstar and Insomnia games were both hacked.
Shocking.
I think Naughty Dog.
Real fast that if anyone's, I don't know if Jimmy Dore is on now, but I do know that Kit Cabello's on it. Please, if it's already passed, go back and watch it, but stay here and watch our show first.
Yeah, because I know Garland Nixon, I think, is guest hosting for Jimmy.
Yeah,
and Kit Cabello is supposed to be on. I saw that.
Comrade Misty's been hosting too.
Yeah, she's been guest hosting.
I saw her on the other day. I went, Comrade Misty.
Yeah, she's been guest hosting too. Rockwell models at risk include Compact Logic and Micro 850, while specific PLC models for Schneider Electric and Siemens were listed as to be determined. By the way, there's a lot of this get into like geeky, nerdy stuff because it's cyber news.
Isn't it funny that it's Schneider and Siemens?
It's Schneider, not
Schneider.
Yeah.
Heil.
So CISA states that Iranian blah, blah, blah. There's still danger. Critical defenders are being warned to immediately disconnect PLCs from the internet and watch for suspicious activity. Duh. I said it instantly. Disconnected from the internet. Like I took a cybersecurity course.
Internet when I boot up my computer, even at work, I am not on the internet because I don't want people to be able to turn on my fucking computer. If you are not on the computer, it's called being stand-alone, which means no one can hack into it because it's stand-alone. You're not on the internet.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
And please, if you get this warning, your computer has now locked up, you have to call this number. Please don't call the number. Don't call the number.
That's what's called ransomware, and you're just going to have to, because that's basically said, hey, you want your computer we give your computer back, give us some crypto. so they can't,
something
track
like that,
the currency.
or give us gift cards,
Yeah.
Apple gift cards or something.
Yeah, whatever.
Just
It can't be
Control Alt
tracked.
Delete,
So
sign out and sign back in, and trust me, it'll go away. But do not call any numbers back.
you don't call. Don't
And
send
don't
them
auto
crypto.
log in, please. Here's a good way if you want to learn your passwords, because I do this all the time, and I know my passwords by heart, and I got a billion of them in my head. I log out every time I'm done in let's say Amazon or PayPal or whatever. I log out, and do not auto log in because you will forget your password. But not only that, if you get hacked and someone gets in your computer, now they're you. Now they can auto log in anytime they fucking want to. Please, for the love of the goddess, please do not do this.
Let's see.
Do it for Mrs. Witchy, okay? Trust me, you learn your passwords.
Yeah, I found this yesterday. In fact, dystopian mind reading brain control tech is not imminent, but the article actually talks about how eventually it is. Fantastical headlines are fueling beliefs that dystopian mind reading and brain control tech are imminent, or just around the corner.
Does not compute.
Meanwhile, Stanford's own researchers have been demonstrating how they have already been able to read, write, and controls the brains of mice, which is a vastly different undertaking than those from people.
I must listen to the government. I must suck a dick.
As for us humans, a necessarily theoretical understanding of how neurocircuits work is still limited to only a few areas of the brain, according to Stanford and an emerging technology review.
Every poor person will have to get this, and I'll tell you what, suck a dick, because I ain't getting one. I would rather die.
This year's Stanford Emerging Technology Review highlights 10 technologies that are reshaping our world. 1, artificial intelligence. 2, biotechnology and synthetic biology. 3, cryptography and computer security. 4, energy technologies. 5, material science. 6, neuroscience. 7, quantum technologies. 8, robotics. 9, semiconductors, and 10, space.
Bullshit.
This tells me that they are going to put shit in your brain.
Yeah, Elon Musk has already invented a chip, to put in brains.
He wants everyone to suck his dick.
Yeah. And they're already selling it as a way to help disabled people, get
like
back
the
some
blind
sort
will
of
see, and the deaf
some
will
sort
hear.
of normality to their lives.
He's some kind of fucking Jesus tyrant.
Yeah, they would be able to walk and move a little bit their hands, and so they're again, whenever they introduce the technologies, there are always some good applications to it to manipulate people to actually use it and get it, but ultimately it's nefarious. If we focus in on neuroscience, the review states that the public fascination with mind reading and brain controlling tech is something that could happen anytime soon as overhyped.
At Stanford, one of the biggest fucking shills in a college that you could ever possibly get.
It's Ivy League, so we have Ivy Leaguers just studying this type of brain controlling tech, and it's like, hey, don't worry, it won't come in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Elon Musk already invented a chip to do that, so allegedly not to control thoughts, but to help.
Right.
And
if you believe that, I got a bridge to fucking sell you in India.
Yep. So this is the actual thing. Hold on.
The brain remains one of the least understood.
Oh, why not? Let's see, it's 2 minutes. It's not that bad. Let's see what this.
The brain remains one of the least understood but most important organs in the human body, despite incredible strides in scientific research and technological advancements. Drawing from disciplines such as biology, mathematics, medicine, chemistry, and even philosophy, neuroscience studies the brain and the nervous system to better understand how they work in order to improve neurological function and even cure neurological
diseases. There it is. Improve neurological function and even cure some diseases. What? They're going to...
Please, Angel.
Oh, it's too loud? Hold on. Let's do that.
My brain! Okay.
Diseases. Advances in human genetics, experimental neuroscience, and computing have led to meaningful progress in developing brain-machine interfaces, understanding neurodegenerative diseases, and addressing addiction.
No, you're
They're
so
gonna
full of
cure.
shit.
They're gonna cure Alzheimer's and address addiction.
Yeah, right.
So
My
I don't know
ass
how
cheek.
they're gonna do that because we humans get addicted pretty easily.
Yeah, if
Not
they
just to drug.
explain how they're gonna do it, then maybe that would be helpful, but they don't.
Yeah, it said
We're
it's like
addicted
general.
to. Oh my God, we're addicted to Elon Musk. Oh my God, I need to see Elon Musk.
The Stanford Artificial Retina, a brain-machine
Here we go. Now they explain how they're gonna do it with the
Fuck
Stanford
you.
Artificial Retina.
interface, uses recordings of spontaneous neural activity from healthy retinas to identify cell types and understand their normal signals. From
Nope, they
these
just wanna
recordings, the
control you.
device can stimulate retinal ganglion cells to simulate an image that this information can be transmitted by the optic nerve to the brain, helping to
I
restore
understand.
sight in patients suffering from
Can you
certain
pause it for a
retinal
sec?
diseases.
I understand. They got a bunch of people who are fucking sheeple. They don't really fucking need a brain thing.
So this is an artificial retina. It's allegedly supposed to help people stop being blind. So it'll restore some vision. So that's what this is in particular. But
They want to control you.
yeah, so if you connect any like that game Deus Ex, if you connect any type of machine to your body, or even Metal Gear Solid, you can say it's not going to be good because they get to control
Remember
you. pretty much.
Terminator, guys. Remember how
Or that,
Terminator
yeah.
turned out?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Neuroscience advancements can also provide a deeper understanding of what causes neurodegeneration as we age. New molecular
You can't stop that. When you age, your brain, starts failing. I don't know how you're going to stop that unless you put like chips in your brain in order to stop that. But even then, at that point, you could get controlled by the company who handles that. Like in Cyberpunk 2077, we've seen
Elon
that.
Musk dick. I must
If you-
suck Elon Musk dick.
I'm sorry to making references to video games, but it really, if you put chips in your brain, then you could be controlled. Even though the company promises they won't
How
control
else
you.
are they
but-
going to get the sheeple to actually do what they want?
and genetic maps of the brain, along with blood-based biomarkers, can inform efforts aimed at earlier detection and slow the progression of diseases such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's.
Whatever.
With a better neurological understanding, addiction, especially opioid addiction, can be addressed using non-addictive pharmaceuticals and management techniques that
So guys, they want to sell us more pills.
Wow!
They want to sell us more
You guys
pills
are
to
so
stop
full of shit
addiction.
your eyes around. Hey, guess what? Here's what the addiction people did. This is what Big Pharma did. They actually put this towards wrestlers and athletes, and they actually got athletes and wrestlers addicted to the shit in the first place, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Especially,
Oh, what? You don't want to talk about alcoholic addiction, just
especially
opioids, right?
Especially with the wrestler starting with the initials CB.
Yeah. Mhm.
specific neural pathways,
The one that murdered everybody in his family. So
including the circuit responsible for social aversion during withdrawal, making it easier for people in recovery to seek necessary emotional support. While
But that's not how addiction works. I mean, most people they don't care. They go to friends and families and rob them and do whatever it takes in order
The
to
only
get
way
their
you're going
drugs.
to get over addiction is maybe not push so many pills on people and make them hopeless. Literally, they're telling everybody, well, we're going to take all your fucking money. We're going to take all your prospects. You're going to live in a 15-minute city. You're going to own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs. I want to kill myself too. Or I want to self-delete too. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
science
for
holds
fuck's
immense
sake!
promise. Popular interest in the field vastly exceeds current scientific understanding, giving rise to overhyped claims in the public domain. Significant investment and a streamlined regulatory process are essential to translate academic research into commercially viable products, and high ethical standards in human subject research must be upheld. And while the United States is at the forefront of this developing field, strategic investments and international cooperation are imperative to maintain America's competitive edge and help turn innovative research into reality.
Meanwhile, we're the only country in the world without
There you
health care.
You do know
This
that
is-
Canada has a euthanasia. They literally
Yeah.
are killing poor people every single motherfucking day for just being poor.
I forget who covered it, but somebody, I forget who right now, but a conservative commentator covered what Canada is doing, and it's like, it's evil. They're literally putting poor people and people who, instead of helping people who are hopeless, they're just putting them in euthanasia machines or injecting them and just killing them.
Yes.
Because
that's why I know Snow and DIB, Descent and Bloom, have been talking very eloquently about this and the fact that they want you hopeless. They want you hopeless. They want you to think that everything, up is down, black is white, being straight is actually being gay, so that you have nothing to live for, so that you can be their puppet.
So we have, how long is this? This is, we can control the brain. We can write into a digital twin to control it. And then we can transfer the same neural patterns into the actual brain to write into the brain and control the brain. So this is Stanford Professor Surya Ganguly in India's Impact Summit in 2026. So.
Translation to the
okay, now return.
This is the translation for the jargon. They want to control you. They want to control your brain, guys.
Yeah, the brain is the last frontier. If they can get chips into our brain, forget about free speech, forget about whatever we're doing right now, these shows, it's over because they get to control us at that point. So,
okay, now returning to the brain, the marriage of neuroscience and AI enables a powerful new path forward by melding minds and machines as follows.
So what they want to do is copy your brain to a digital twin. They want to adjust it, to help you allegedly, and then rewire it back to your original brain. So, that helps you allegedly with AI and control. It even says right there, control. So
that's okay. I would rather die of some kind of neural disease than fucking do any of this shit.
Yeah, I would rather die. There's no way I'm putting like nanotechnology.
You are not putting anything in my brain.
Or from this meme, then die.
Now let's go.
Imagine a scenario where we read lots and lots of neural activity from the brain. Then we use AI to build a model or a digital twin of brain circuits. Then we can do rapid in silico experiments on the digital twin and use explainable AI to understand how it works. But we don't have to stop there. We can control the brain too.
There you go.
We can use control theory.
He's admitting it. We can control the brain too.
You now.
That is one huge bald spot he has there.
Yeah, you can see it from here.
That's
really
concentrating
small.
on little brother.
Like he should, instead of worrying about controlling the brain, he should probably get hair transplant surgery or something, or shave your head.
Like John Cena, right?
Oh yeah, that huge bald spot he had here. Yeah, he got hair transplant.
What was it that CM Punk said? Like you bald,
bald fraud or something like that.
He was talking about The Rock though.
No, he was talking about John Cena.
Yeah, I think he called Cena that too, or something like that. I don't remember exact verbiage he used.
To learn specific neural patterns that we can write into the digital twin to control it. Then we can transfer these same neural patterns into the actual brain to write into the brain and control the brain. In essence, we can learn the language of the brain and then speak directly back to it in its own neural language.
So
that's not creepy at all.
That geeky language basically says we can control the brain.
Got disconnected again for whatever reason. Shit.
Oh, I don't know why I keep getting disconnected, but yeah, basically in that geeky language, he says, yeah, we can copy your brain to a digital brain, rewire it, and then send it back to your original brain so we can control it.
That's okay. I think I'll pass.
Yeah, he just said that. Here's more. We're able to read the mind of a mouse. We can look directly into the brain, decode what it's seeing.
Mice can't fight back. I can.
We can make the mouse hallucinate. We can control the mouse brain so well. We only need to simulate 20 neurons.
Sure.
So the same professor.
We also
mice. They start with mice and then they go to humans.
Can you turn it down a bit, please?
Oh, I couldn't.
We also carried out this program in mice where we were able to use AI to read the mind of a mouse. We could look directly at neural activity in the brain of a mouse, and we could decode what it was seeing at the low level of resolution that mice can see.
So they made the mouse hallucinate. So with this technology, so They can very easily make us see shit that's not there, and then make us seem crazy, and then enter us into some kind of psychological or facility and treat us for our delusions, even though we don't have delusions because we have that chip in their brain making our delusions. So it's, I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Shows that we can learn the native language of the visual brain. But we can go further than that to write to the mind of a mouse. By writing in carefully designed neural activity patterns, we could make the mouse hallucinate a particular percept. In fact, we could control the mouse brain so well that we only needed to stimulate 20 neurons in the mouse brain to do this.
How exciting.
So in essence, we could control what the mouse saw by writing directly into the brain, using the native language of its brain itself.
No, there you go.
That's okay. I would rather have my own hallucinate brain than a fake one.
This Enigma project, Stanford is creating a startup
This is
called...
where they literally turn us into little mutants, and they call us little goblins, and go eat your bugs, little goblins.
Stanford is creating a startup called Metamorphic to scale up digital twins to the entire primate brain that will ultimately meld minds and machines to understand, cure, and augment the brain. The same professor here.
We're actually creating
the same professor explains how this is going to work, I guess.
New startup called Metamorphic. It will work closely with the Enigma project at Stanford University, and together Enigma and Metamorphic will scale up the construction of digital twins to encompass the entire primate brain, starting with the visual brain. Such scaled up digital twins offer a powerful path forward to building robust biohybrid AI systems that are taught directly by brain data and to treat brain disease in...
See, there it is. They're trying to introduce it as positive. It's like, hey, we're just doing this to treat your brain disease, whatever you have, you know? So for me, because I've talked about it openly that I have bipolar, so what, they're gonna put chips in my head in order to fix my brain chemistry? But
no, they're gonna put chips in your brain to literally make you see things that aren't there, and then they can put you in a fucking little 15-minute city, go eat your bugs, little goblins, and then if we kill each other, hey, that's all the more the rich want.
New AI-driven ways. More generally, the possibilities of melding brains and machines are limitless, both to advance AI and to understand, cure, and augment the brain.
There you go. Augment the brain.
Okay,
like
I will
Cyberpunk.
have a bad brain.
Like in Cyberpunk, you can buy augments in order to improve your brain function and improve your body and beat up guys or stab them with your huge swords coming out of your forearms. So yeah, you can do all those augmentations. So
that's okay.
Unfortunately, I don't want to live in that type of world. Your thoughts are not your own. With smart headbands, hats, earbuds, tattoos, we can pick up emotional states like you are happy, sad, or angry. We can pick up and decode faces that you are seeing in your mind. Your PIN number to your bank account. So this is openly admitting it. You know, this is what they want to do.
Oh my fucking god! They, like Snow said, they will tell you what they're doing.
Yeah, that's blatant. You know, it's like, yeah, we can do all these. We're gonna do all these things.
We can make you happy 24/7. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's like what is that movie where it's like in the 70s where they take drugs in order to be happy 24/7, and what is that movie? Like I forget, We the Happy Few or something like that. I'm trying. It might have been a Stanley Kubrick movie, but I forget what it is.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, Clockwork Orange. Yeah.
How funny that was! The first, I was thinking of that all that time.
Yeah, so that's what it reminds me of. They take a pill to be happy 24/7, and these guys do horrible things to women, but they're smiling and they're dancing around it while they're doing it. It's one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen.
I'm not talking about implanted devices of the future. I'm talking about wearable devices that are like Fitbits for your brain. It used to be that there was very little we could tell from each.
Yeah, it's Fitbits, but you wrap it around your brain. I would not do that.
They were showing
I don't have a Fitbit. I don't have any of that.
They were showing that for a second, and they just went back. That's what. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
G activity, but already.
By the way, this is at the World Economic Forum. We're in Davos.
Yeah. You will own nothing, be happy, eat $2, and then we will control your mind.
This is the World Economic Forum in Davos, where all the rich people go, and governments and presidents and
they eat
prime
children, and
ministers
they have
and
sex
stuff.
with them, and then they tell us how they're going to govern us.
This is not the Bilderbergs, but it's close to it. You know? So if
Well,
you don't know
they
what the
still have
Bilderbergs,
they still are pedophiles. Everyone in that
Using
fucking room is
consumer
probably good at
wearable.
it.
it's the what's that place where presidents meet? I forget what it's called, and they have the big owl there. Alex Jones infiltrated at one point.
Oh.
Oh, those rituals. They're not witch rituals, by the way. That's
Yeah,
not
I
how
forget
us
what it's called right
That's
now.
not what
It's
us witches. That's not what us witches do. That's not how we get down.
yeah, so only presidents can go there, and they have the ritual with the owl, but I forgot what it's called, that place.
Well,
right
and they
now.
also say, well, they sacrifice babies to Moloch. No. Moloch
Yeah,
was an
that's-
ancient god. He's not evil like people say he is. Most of those people are Christians because they follow the Bible and they hide behind the Bible and they diddle kids.
Yeah, Bilderbergs, I know what it is. I'm talking about the where presidents go. It's in the woods, and rich people go, and they worship some owl, some huge owl. Alex Jones infiltrated it like 25 years ago. I just forget what it's called right now. I'm in the wrong
Not
spot.
the Masons.
These are
I know what you're
headbands.
talking about, though.
Yeah, but I forget the name right now.
That's not how us
hats that
witches
have
get down.
sensors that can pick up your brainwave activity, earbuds,
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
headphones.
Yeah, so they can if
Yeah,
you use
remember-
earbuds.
Remember when they talked about those earbuds that you would wear at work, and your boss would monitor your brain waves to see if you were working or if you were slacking off?
What it reminds me, my nephew works at Amazon. He's on the floor doing orders and stuff. He has to wear these like orange headphone or earbuds, which is during every shift at Amazon. And I'm like, you do understand that Amazon is trying, to see your brainwaves, whether you're actually working hard or not, because that's what they do. Because Amazon, and most secure buildings in the world, they control everything. They control everything in that building. You can't
Wow.
steal from them. Yeah, every shift he has to wear like these orange like earbuds. For
I tell
some
them to go
reason.
fuck themselves. You ain't looking at my brain waves, and I don't care. I don't need this job. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bohemian Grove. Bohemian Grove.
Any tattoos
Which is what? Oh, Bohemian Grove. Thank you. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, it's that for.
that you can wear behind your ear? We can pick up emotional states like, are you happy or sad or angry?
That's none of your
We can
fucking
pick
business,
up
is it?
and decode faces
We can.
that you're seeing in your mind. Simple shapes, numbers, your PIN number to your bank account.
And then we can steal all your money. We can steal all your money, you little fucking poor people.
Yeah, that excited. Oh, we can get your PIN number to your
By the
bank
way,
account.
is it just me, or is it always Indian people always presenting these things?
She looks whiter than I am.
Yeah, she's. Is
Oh,
she Indian?
oh, there's Noah. What's his fuck? He's fucking gay, and he's a pedophile, and he's what's his name's right
There's other
hand man.
stories. Yeah, these are other stories in the bottom. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, they want to control your brain and hopefully
And your
admit it
emotions, and they want to get your PIN number.
Yeah, she's like, oh, we can get your PIN number because it's in your head and you know what it is, so you think about it. Yeah, so the issue, I don't know how you counter that because writing it
Tell them
down.
I would rather fucking die than let you put something on my head or behind my fucking ear so that you can see if I'm happy all the fucking time. Go fuck yourself, suck a dick, I don't care. Fuck you and your fucking pedophile ways.
Yeah, so this is Netanyahu proposes phasing out U.S. military aid to Israel over a 10-year period. So Prime Minister Netanyahu proposed to U.S. President Donald Trump a plan to gradually end direct U.S. military aid to Israel over the next decade.
And then he said, I want Donald Trump to suck my dick. He sucks my
to
dick.
Israeli media.
Well, and he will give me all the money I ask for.
Here's the thing: Netanyahu is saying this because we talked about this last week. The NDAA passed that includes connecting the Israeli and U.S. militaries like this, so they won't even need the extra aid because we're connected to the Israeli militaries, and he knows that. So, which is why he's publicly saying, "Oh, don't worry, we can phase out U.S. military aid over the next 10 years," because Americans hate that policy. So he hates that policy. So, which is why Netanyahu is saying directly, "Oh, don't worry, Trump, you can. It's okay to reduce our aid over the next 10 years." Oh, by the way, our militaries are connected, so yeah,
so
we're gonna
if we want extra dick sucking, you will suck our dick.
Israeli public broadcaster KAN cited unnamed political sources, said the two leaders discussed the future of U.S. military assistance to Tel Aviv during their closed-door talks. The talks were closed door, by the way, so let's see. I mean, you can surmise what happened there. According to the report, Netanyahu proposed gradually reducing U.S. military aid until it's completely phased out within 10 years. The outlet said Netanyahu suggested that U.S.-Israeli cooperation on missile defense system would continue, or programs actually says, with the two countries shifting their focus from direct financial assistance to joint defense development contracts.
Shocker.
It's
That's
joint.
why you suggested
so, yeah. So they're cutting direct aid.
There's always a catch.
At the same time, they're joint missile operations in two countries.
Joint at the hip, joint at the dick. I mean, come on.
So Israel is the largest cumulative recipient of U.S. foreign assistance since World War II, which we all know already. It's not surprising. According to the Congressional Research Service, Washington has provided Israel with $174 billion in bilateral assistance and missile defense funding through May 2025, measured in nominal dollars. Current military assistance is provided under a 2016 Memorandum of Understanding covering fiscal years 2019 to 2028, under which the U.S. pledged $38 billion, subject to annual congressional appropriations.
Clearly, Steph, you do tend to talk a lot and interrupt Angel a lot. So,
the package includes $33 billion in foreign military financing grants. So they're grants, averaging $3.3 billion annually, $5 billion for joint missile defense programs, averaging $500 million annually. Netanyahu has repeatedly called for reducing Israel's dependence on direct U.S. military aid in interviews with The Economist in January and CBS 60 Minutes in May. The premier said he wanted Israel to eventually eliminate its reliance on the U.S. military financing while close defense cooperation. So that's two opposite things. You want to get rid of military aid, but at the same time, you want to close in our connection and cooperation with U.S. military. So that tells me, yeah, we get rid of direct aid, but at the same time, we are close connected like this, so we're still getting most of the military aid. If that makes any sense. The White House did not immediately comment on the report. Trump hosted Netanyahu at the White House on Tuesday for their first meeting since the Iran war and their eighth face-to-face since the U.S. president returned to office. The closed-door talks lasted about 90 minutes and focused on Iran, Gaza, and other regional issues. So there you go. There you go. So let's see here. Thoughts and concerns, whatever. Let's see. So I covered that. Covered that. The only thing I haven't covered is this. So this is from Decolonized Journalism on Substack. Check them out. How the United States is manipulating Brazil's upcoming presidential elections. Oh, by the way, if Russia tries to interfere in our elections, that's the worst thing since World War II or 9/11, and it needs to be stopped. The U.S. interferes in elections in Latin America. It's standard Tuesday. It's a standard Tuesday. Brazilian President Lula da Silva recently issued public warnings about the United States meddling in Brazil's upcoming presidential elections. The allegations are not unwarranted and stems from recent U.S. moves to install a Trump-friendly government. President Donald Trump has made his goal abundantly clear: help elect Flavio Bolsonaro, the Christian nationalist son of jailed former President Jair Bolsonaro. So another Bolsonaro is going to take power, most likely, who was convicted of attempting a January 6th style coup in 2022. To assist Trump efforts in manipulating the Brazilian presidential election, the administration has released widespread disinformation as described in leaked Honduras Gate text messages exposing the plan to manipulate several elections in Latin America, alongside a wave of tactics targeting Brazil's economy, including and not limited to excessive tariffs. The United States has created a situation so tense that the Brazilian authorities and the Supreme Court took steps to block certain U.S. envoys from visiting Jair Bolsonaro in prison, citing risk of electoral interference. Additionally, Brazil's Ministry of Foreign Affairs recalled its ambassador from Argentina after Argentine President Javier Milei was also named in Honduras Gate text messages, referred to De Silva as a thief and a delinquent.
The guy who was crying after kissing the Israel wall.
The wall, yeah. As a rally for Flavio Bolsonaro. In this part, Flavio has drawn consistent scrutiny for his continued violations of Brazilian law and bringing his father into his campaign by using AI-generated likenesses of him, despite Jair Bolsonaro being barred from making public statements due to his conviction. In addition to the overt endorsement of Flavio Bolsonaro and the excessive tariffs, the U.S. has also launched investigations into Brazil for alleged unfair trading practices. The Trump White House claims Brazil is targeting U.S. social media companies for forcing them to adhere to Brazil's strict laws regarding hate speech, election interference, and misinformation. The administration alleges
it's against all the. It's for election interference and misinformation. All those.
The administration alleges Brazil offers preferential tariffs. I don't know why I can't. Yes, I don't know why I can't read that word right now. To other countries, disadvantaged U.S. corporations that it failed to enforce anti-corruption and transparency measures. The allegations include a host of other charges, including that Brazil walked away from its willingness to provide virtually duty-free treatment for U.S. ethanol. Additionally, the U.S. is targeting Brazil's largest payment processor, Pix. Launched by Brazil's central bank in 2020, Pix has now since become the country's most popular payment method and is now preferred even over cash. So Brazil has kind of a digital currency system set up here. The administration also alleges that Pix is participating in unfair trade practices, arguing that the U.S. payment processors are enduring financial losses because of the platform's popularity. Whose fault is that? That's on PayPal and the U.S. payment processors. It's not on Pix that, they're more popular. While the White House claims that Brazil employs unfair trade practices, the economics of trade between two countries tell a much different story. The disinformation and geopolitical moves represents a pattern of election meddling since Trump began his second term. Trump and the congressional Republicans influenced nearly every election in Latin America through coercive measures. Trump admitted to interfering in Honduras and Chile's elections in December. So there you go. From outright endorsements to casting doubts about election integrity and even threatening voters in several countries, the far-right shift in Latin America is manufactured. In Brazil, most seem aware of Trump's attempt at manipulation. Recent polling showed that 52% of voters believe Trump-imposed tariffs are designed to boost Bolsonaro's presidential campaign. Meanwhile, polling shows that De Silva leading Bolsonaro in October elections, even if it comes to a runoff. As the election draws near, U.S. measures will likely intensify. So there you go. The U.S. is actively interfering in the Brazilian election and in De Silva's re-election bid. Even though De Silva's kind of been friendly to the U.S., but it's not enough. They want a government that is 100% completely friendly. So
this is why you never pander to the U.S. because you're still gonna get fucked.
Yeah, because even De Silva was like, "Hey," he congratulated Trump on his victory. So that's why it's like, and then he kind of worked with Trump on what was it, the drug trade or immigration, whatever it was. And no, it's not good enough for Trump. I mean, now he's actively working against them in order to back Flavio Bolsonaro, who's Jair Bolsonaro's son. So, by the way, Jair Bolsonaro was pro-military dictatorship. He openly admitted that he wanted the military dictatorship back. Well, that shows how insanely right wing he is. And Flavio is a Christian right wing nationalist. So there you go. I mean, if Flavio gets elected, expect Jesus to be shoved down your throat. Let's say, basically. What else do we got here? Let's see here. We got. Whoops, that's not right. So let's do that. Yeah. So this is not good. So we got brain controlling tech. We got more bombings in Iran. We got this from the Israel's National News Service. I don't know why I did that. Look at this. Israel National News. Trump orders fresh attack on Iranian targets. This is, I think, from today. Hold on. I assume this is from today. Wall Street Journal reports Trump has ordered a fresh attack on Iran that could begin as soon as this weekend. CBS News reports that U.S. and Israel are preparing a campaign against Iranian energy infrastructure. So let's bomb nuclear power plants or electrical grids in general. That's what power infrastructure means. U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered a fresh attack on Iran that should begin this weekend, would last a few days. The goal of the strike is getting Tehran to surrender. Yeah, but they haven't surrendered. And you've been attacking them for nearly 6 months to a year, and they still haven't surrendered. The goal of the report came on the heels of a report in CBS News, which stated that the United States and Israel are coordinating plans to carry out one of the most severe aerial bombardments to date, focusing on key Iranian energy infrastructure targets. Multiple sources who spoke to CBS indicated that the military campaign could commence over the weekend. Discussions have taken place regarding wrapping up operations before global financial markets open on Monday. So very conveniently, they're going to attack Iran over the weekend. So by Monday, it doesn't affect the stock market. There you go. They're going to wrap up attacks by Sunday. And by Monday, it's like, what? We didn't do anything.
He keeps saying that shit every time. It never happens.
Yeah, so it's like... So definitely, they want to end these attacks before Monday, so it doesn't affect the stock market. Let's see. U.S. sources indicated that Israeli officials have been notified and are actively coordinating with American forces. However, President Donald Trump has not yet issued the final execution order to initiate the offensive. The spokesman for the Israeli government declined to comment on the matter. If launched, the joint strikes would mark Israel's return to active combat operations following a temporary halt under a U.S. brokered ceasefire. Iran has refrained from striking Israel directly since the breakdown of that memorandum of understanding and the subsequent resumption of U.S. combat actions in early July. The proposed strikes were reviewed during a Friday cabinet meeting convened by President Trump at Camp David. That wasn't at the Camp David meeting where Trump was allegedly falling asleep again. I mean, I saw pictures of that. So. CBS News reported, according to sources briefed on the meeting, several political aides inside the White House expressed firm opposition to the plan. So some in the White House are even against it. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I think what you're thinking about with Camp David was when what happened with Joe Biden when he was practicing before the debate with Trump.
Yeah, something happened at Camp David, which was like ridiculous, but. In comments made to reporters while in the room, Trump signaled a hardline approach, saying, "We will be hitting them very hard. At some point, they are going to say, we just can't take it anymore." I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if Trump really thinks that, he's deluded. I mean, it's like what happened in Vietnam. We bombed the shit out of Vietnam to the point where they went back to the Stone Age, and they still didn't surrender. Eventually, we had to withdraw from Vietnam in, 1974? So it was a failure. So what makes you think bombing Iran is going to work? I mean, you may bomb them in the smithereens, but they're not just going to surrender. When asked about the possibility of re-engaging in diplomatic talks, the president added, "I think we just want to win." Sources noted that expected targets include vital energy facilities such as oil refineries and electric power grids. Oh, by the way, you bomb oil refineries, the price of oil is going to skyrocket, which means our gas prices will go way up in the next few weeks. So, in statements to CBS News, White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt reiterated that the administration's stance. As President Trump said in his cabinet meeting today, the United States will win, and Iran will not have a nuclear weapon under his watch.
Blah,
Again,
blah, 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 blah.
Again, I'm sure Witchy has pointed this out. They don't want a nuclear weapon. So, the Pentagon chief spokesman Sean Parnell declined to discuss specific targets prior to a final determination by the president. The Department of War is locked and loaded, ready to execute the president's directives at a moment's notice. Earlier in the week, the Wall Street Journal reported that Trump was considering whether to relaunch major military operations against Tehran, with American forces drawing up plans for an intensive aerial assault lasting 10 to 14 days, focused on crippling Iran's missile strength. At the same time, the administration is keeping a scaled-back military operation under review, leaving open a potential path for diplomatic engagement. Trump stated before the Wall Street Journal report that the U.S. would strike Iran very hard after Iran attacked U.S. bases in Jordan. We are going to hit them very hard. I could say that because there are very little they could do about it, he told reporters at the Oval Office. So he's like, yeah, they can't do much about it, so we're going to keep attacking them. And they can't stop us. We're going to be hitting them very hard because it is our turn to hit them. It's like he thinks it's Risk, that board game. I attack you, and now it's my turn to attack you. He thinks like it's like Risk. It's like that's not how this works. It's the real world. They know it's coming, and they're asking us not to do it. They are shooting last night. We had 5 rockets shot going 8,500 miles per hour, and all 5 rockets were knocked down to the ground, but they nevertheless took a shot, so it's our turn, Trump said. It's like he's playing Risk. Again, it's like, you attack me, now I get to attack me. Yeah, it's like he thinks he's playing Risk. It's like, it's completely ridiculous.
Steffi's still there, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering what was going on.
Well, you can jump in wherever you want, though. So, the military options followed discussions earlier this week between Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. During those talks, he outlined 3 distinct military courses of action, including targeted strikes on overland resupply routes, according to a senior Israeli official. Netanyahu also held separate discussions with Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. U.S. forces have previously targeted dual-use infrastructure facilities serving both civilian and military functions, including bridges. High-level American talks on Friday also explored the possibility of severing power to Tehran, though no final consensus was reached as of Friday afternoon. There you go. Trump is most likely going to be attacked. Iran is going to have to be decimated if there are any worthwhile negotiations. There's a comment here. Stop the 2-hour attacks from stuff as stuff already been blown up and bombed the country every hour for at least 72 hours, including Tehran, and give them a 15-minute pause to surrender and start again until they do. So yeah, that's a very brutal way to put it.
Because that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, so basically bomb the shit out of them every hour on the hour until they surrender.
How about we do that to your fucking house, you dumb motherfucker?
Yeah,
Tell
so
me, Brad.
I assume
Tell me, Brad, where the fuck do you live? Brad, we'll do that to your fucking house and see how you like it.
Angel,
Yes,
I just sent you another link if you want to look at it.
What is this? Okay, yeah, hold on. Oh,
so fucking stupid.
this is from Fox. It looks like. Hold on. Yeah, he does have his email there. I noticed that. So it's like, Mike Tyson knows pigeons don't lay eggs, do they? Right? And the guest says they actually do. Like this guy, who is this dumbass who works for Fox?
With boxing legend Mike Tyson, Matt Dubois joins me now. Hey, Matt, does Mike Tyson know that pigeons don't lay eggs, right?
Well, actually, they do, but just not the chicken eggs that we want. Yeah, no, that was a great with boxing.
I didn't know that. Or
Fox News, of course they don't know this. They're all a bunch of rich fucks who sit around diddling kids.
So there you go. The
All
host that is
all they know about pigeons are clay pigeons.
whoever this guy is replacing Will Kane. This is his show, the Will Kane show. So he must be on vacation, Will Kane. So
Wow,
this guy,
he's already a disaster.
yeah, he's subbing for him, I guess, and it's like, whoops. I mean, I didn't know pigeons could lay eggs.
I only deal with the clay pigeons. Saw.
Let's see.
Suck a dick, Brad, and suck a dick, Fox News. Fuck News, that's what I call them. Fuck News.
So let's get to
And by
this.
the way, GTA's parody of Fox News is Weasel News.
Yeah, in GTA 5 you can. So let me just do that. So this is how U.S. pressure has shattered Cuba's healthcare. By the way, I had the story from yesterday, and I was like, Jesus Christ, they are really destroying this country. I mean, I saw a video talking about how Cuba barely has 3 hours of the people have barely 3 hours of electricity every day out of 24 hours.
Rubio doesn't care about Cuba.
No. Rubio is the one behind this policy. Trump is just letting Rubio do whatever he wants. Yeah. So Trump is letting Rubio do what his dream of getting rid of the communists in Cuba. Used to be a point of pride at William Soledad Pediatric Hospital in Havana. More than 90% of newborns who needed neonatal surgery survived the procedures. In recent months, Alois Fernandez headed the hospital's surgical unit and anesthesiology department, has witnessed an alarming decline. Now that figure has plummeted. In the first half of the year, we have seen very high mortality among newborns needing surgery, with more than half of the cases resulting in death. Fernandez is among a growing number of doctors and patients in Cuba, expressing alarm over deteriorating healthcare conditions across the island. By the way, Cuba is the foremost. They make more doctors than any other country in the world. I mean, they send their doctors to regions that have earthquakes and natural disasters because they have more doctors they know what to do with. So, yeah, the communists are doing something right there. Fernandez, I already read all that. 6 months ago, on January 29th, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a fuel blockade against Cuba, threatening any country that exports fuel to the island with punishing tariffs. Unless they're Russia, and then they can get away with it. Remember that incident when the Russians sent oil and the U.S. let them do it. So it's like, unless it's Russia and that one time, then it's fine. The aim was to weaken Cuba's government, which Trump labeled a national security threat. Only one foreign oil tanker has reached Cuba in the month since. Well, it's Russia's oil tanker. The result has been nearly daily blackouts that last 20 hours, as well as shortages of essential items. The pressure has exacerbated strains on Cuba's healthcare system, once considered the flagship's achievement of the country's 1959 revolution.
What?
Although
I'll be right back, okay? I gotta call my son. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Although healthcare Cuba remains free, public and universal experts say its reach and quality has diminished significantly. That is translated into a cost of human lives. Fernandez has seen the toll of political conflict firsthand in his young patients. Children are least to blame because children certainly no ideology, nor did they ask to be born in a communist country, quote unquote. Communism. For Fernandez, the most distressing part has been how avoidable some deaths have been. Let's see. So we got
the Mad TV segment when Charles Barkley hates Kim Jong-il or whatever the name is. That's what I'd be like today with the Republicans, like communism. I hate communism.
Yeah, they all like. It's like every time you say communism, it's like, oops, hold on.
Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged.
Well, that's American soil, not Cuba. But basically, every time somebody says communist, I think of that.
Yeah.
Many did not occur as a result of surgical complications, but rather from infections driven by diminished hygiene standards, malnutrition, and limited availability of antibiotics. In the past, Fernandez explained patients were added to a waiting list for procedures based on their medical condition and the date for arrival for treatment. Names rarely stayed on a list more longer than a month. Backlogs were systematically cleared, but with limited resources, some electricity outrages. Let me try that again. Outages to increasingly rare shipments of medicines and supplies. Healthcare professionals say they're now forced to pick and choose whom to treat. So, literally, death panels, as Sarah Palin would say. Now we have to play God. When you secure the resources for a single surgery, we have to decide who gets operated on. It's an impossible situation. Ultimately, they're all children. Cuba struggled, under the economic restrictions imposed by the U.S., but experts say the Trump administration has heightened those pressures, pushing Cuba healthcare system to the brink. Children are dying because doctors lack access to essential medical supplies and medicines. The United Nations Human Rights Commissioner Volker Turk said last month as he called for sanctions relief. 60 years, Cuba has operated under comprehensive U.S. trade embargo, the longest in modern history. Rooted in Cold War political rivalries, the embargo has hindered Cuba from accessing medicines and equipment available to much of the world. Cuba is banned, for example, from buying advanced U.S.-made pharmaceuticals and technologies, which more than 10% of the components originate in the U.S. According to Cuban officials, European medical suppliers frequently refuse to trade with the island out of fear of U.S. sanctions. The risk has been amplified since Trump took office, first in 2017 and again in 2025. With the aim of exerting maximum pressure on Cuba's economy, Trump has imposed sanctions and designated the country as quote-unquote state sponsor of terrorism, which I don't know what evidence he has of that, because Cuba doesn't do terrorism. It makes no sense. But let's continue. Sorry. Under the designation, international banking institutions can face massive fines for processing transactions involving Cuban entities. January, however, marked a turning point as Trump threatened the island with military intervention. In the months since, he has moved to make international trade with Cuba more arduous. In January's fuel blockade, Trump issued an executive order in May that bars companies from providing support to the Cuban government, participating in several key sectors from energy to financial services and mining. Is also prohibited under Trump's order. Failing to comply could result in U.S.-based assets of international firms being seized. So yeah, let's just steal your assets if you even dare to work with Cubans in any way. In the wake of Trump's order, two of the world's biggest shipping companies, Hapag-Lloyd and CGM, abandoned their operations in Cuba. So yeah, this goes on. I mean, this is just beyond outrageous. So yeah, there you go. Let's see here. What do we got? Sorry. Jesus, I mean, I'm getting tired already. Let's see. But yeah, there you go. We got a lot of fucked up things, and the U.S. is continuing to just bomb the world into smithereens. Let's see. Oh no!
What?
This is funny. This is funny. Let's see. I just found this story on the internet or Twitter. The U.S. government map of Africa at the global conference mislabels every country.
Oh no!
Yeah, so the United States doesn't have a clue about which countries are in Africa and which are not.
Boy.
So there you go, guys. I mean, they have mislabeled.
Back here.
They have mislabeled every single country. A U.S. government map of Africa mislabeled every country during a State Department presentation on a global conference in Brazil this week. causing a stir among attendees who took screenshots and posted them online. That's embarrassing. Footage shows the errant map displayed during a presentation about at the State Department's new health agreements. The Reuters analysis finds the map, image of the map included in the presentation contained an artificial intelligence watermark that signals it was made with OpenAI tools. The company did not respond for a request for comment. By the way, why in the world did you leave the watermark? I mean, I know you can pay in order to get rid of the watermark. So basically, they're admitting, yeah, we used AI for this map, and it mislabeled every single country in Africa. The State Department says it takes full responsibility for the confusion caused, and that the map has been produced by a team member who hastily changed the slide deck before the event. Let me see. Can I see this? Yeah, here it is. So, Nigeria. That's not Nigeria where it's pointing to. I don't know what country that is, but it's definitely not Nigeria. Cote de... I think that's an island. Like, why in the world is they're pointing at that? Malawi, Uganda, Mozambique. That's definitely not that either. And yeah, this is not even close. I mean, this is quite embarrassing. And I don't know what country this is pointing to. It's pointing to nothing. It's like, hold on, this one. What is it pointing to? It's supposed to be pointing over here somewhere. I don't even know what country that's supposed to be pointing to. I mean, this is obviously AI. I mean, and AI. So basically, AI doesn't know which countries in Africa are these. They're just pointing to like random places in Africa. There, very embarrassing. Let's see. The map showed Nigeria, where the U.S. currently has several hundred troops deployed, as landlocked in the Saharan desert, which is not true. Mozambique, which is in southeastern Africa, was relocated to the Horn of Africa, while Ivory Coast in West Africa was placed on the other side of the continent. Genius. I mean, these people are absolute geniuses here. Screenshots of the map first appeared in a Substack post by AIDS expert Emily Bass and are widely shared on LinkedIn, when one post garnering about 40,000 views. Whoever created and approved the slide did not know where the countries in Africa or did not care to check their work, writes Matt Petit, who focuses on AI and geopolitics at the Atlantic Council. There you go. That's it. The United States embarrassed himself during a conference in Brazil. So, yeah, very embarrassing. Let's see here. So, I guess we're gonna be running out of time here in a moment because it's past 9 o'clock. So, let's see. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. No pro wrestling talk this week because unfortunately, we got to watch 2 nights of SummerSlam. Me and Witchy. Hopefully, Dave can join us at the watch party. Be fun to make fun of this shit and talk about how it sucks. I'm not sure if Witchy's back or not, but let's go over.
And also, next week is the Take-Two earnings call. Rockstar finally better have trailer 3 next week, just before that. Please.
So they're gonna need to. We have an earnings call there. Night 1 has Liv Morgan, Io Sky for the women's title. Oba Femi versus Brock, a match I'm looking forward to actually seeing. CM Punk, the champion, versus Cody Rhodes for the title. Okay. We have LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys versus the Bloodline, which is Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. Gunther versus Nick Aldis, and the Bella Twins and Paige versus Fatal Influence. Night 2 is main evented by Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins for the world title. Penta Intercontinental title, Penta versus Chad Gable. 5-way ladder match for the interim women's title. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Jay Cargo versus Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair versus Julia or Lash Legend, which will probably be decided tonight on SmackDown. We have Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio and a fucking human monies on a pole match. What is Vince Russo booking this shit? I mean, he loves putting stuff on a pole. The winner will keep the $100,000 Danhausen stole from the Judgment Day. Oh my God!
I am glad that Raquel Rodriguez finally won a title again.
Well, yeah, that was her first title ever after years in WWE, or at least in the main roster. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor, #1 contenders match for the WWE title, and Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin for the US title. So, very not exciting this weekend. I'm looking forward to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches out of the 12 that are on the card for both nights. The rest of it is kind of filler, and it's going to be brutal to watch. So, at least I'm going to be watching it with Witchy and hopefully Dave. So, it'll be fun to get through this shit because I'm watching it myself. Like I said, it'll be brutal to watch. So, yeah. So, look forward to that. I'm not looking forward to that. So, the trading deadline is next week, I think, in Major League Baseball. So, after that, I expect to do a season review halfway point of the year. So we have.
I hope they get the winners.
Oh yeah, last year they won the deadline. They got a bunch of people, which turns out except
one of the winners. I don't know if they were the number one.
Well, yeah, I mean they were definitely a winner. They got Bednar, the other guy who sucks. I mean, from the Giants, I forget his name. That's out. Camilo Duval, yeah, he's awful, dude. It's like he's still on this bullpen,
Same
right?
with Jake Bird, I think that's his name.
Yeah, he's terrible too. I mean, it's like, oh come on, like it's like you're going.
That's gotta go.
Okay, that's fine. You just go. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up anyway. So, let's see. So we got.
Oh yeah, they gotta trade Austin Wells and Anthony Bowman.
Look, this is the thing. The Yankees don't have a shortstop. They just don't. Volpe's awful defensively. He can't hit. He can't hit the broadside of a barn, even though it's like, oh, my.
Also, why did Ali Sanchez? That's his first name. Why the fuck did he throw the ball to third base against the White Sox when he didn't need to?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like, it's terrible. It's like, oh, did he just do that? He did. Oh God. It's like they're all so undisciplined. This entire team, and especially Judge and Stanton are out. And I must say Clay Bellinger. Cody Bellinger is out for weeks now. So it's like, really? So what? At least Spencer Jones is seeing more playing time. Hit a home run, but it's like
he hit another home run today.
Yeah. So I'm like, he needs to play more. Like he needs to be in this lineup. So Trent Grisham has been awful this year, or not?
He's not awful, but he hasn't been as good this year. So.
And I suspected that when they picked up his Trey, what's his face? I just forgot his name. Trent Grisham. Since Trent Grisham came back at $22 million, there's no way he matches what he did last season. Why did the Yankees offer him that?
They might actually trade him in the deadline.
I hope so. Because they gave him a qualifying offer, and I'm like, why? He's gonna take it probably. It's $22 million, which he did take. It's like, oh, dude. I mean, it's like he wasn't gonna match what he did last season. I mean, he had a great year with 36 home runs but he hit 220.
36, but it was like 30 home runs.
It was around 34, 35, 30, around that number. I remember exactly, but I'm like, he's not gonna match that. And he hit 220 last year, whatever it was. So it wasn't like he was impressive at the plate.
I also kind of don't like how he's nonchalant in the outfield. Like he's trying to make things look easy, but it doesn't. It ends up backfiring on him.
Yeah, he's like he thinks he's a great oh yeah, let me just do this. Oh shit, I didn't get it. Like no, just catch the ball. Don't try to make it fancy. It's like. It's just he's a great. The only thing he's great at is defense, but not even this season. He's doing that shit. So it's like, so yeah, the Yankees need to retool this roster massively. Volpe needs to be gone. Austin Wells is just god awful at the plate.
It's been the what's his name? It's not Thurman Monsoon. It's Monsoon's last name, but it's a different first name. But
I forget. Yeah, I don't.
Maybe it is Thurman Monsoon. Maybe it's not Gorilla Monsoon. Thurman Monsoon. Yeah, he's a Thurman Monsoon ripoff. You know, what he tried to mustache.
Yeah, with that mustache. Yeah, Thurman Munson you're referring to.
Yeah,
that's just terrible.
I was thinking I got it wrong with Gorilla Monsoon. I thought that was.
No. Yeah, you're good. So yeah, we're gonna do that full preview or review. I mean, after the trading deadline, which is I think August 2nd this year. So we'll talk. I think so. I think it's in August, early August, the trade deadline, because usually it's today.
That would be on Sunday.
It's August 4th. Hold on, let me see. I know at some point in early August. Deadline. Whoops. MLB. Let's see what it is. August 3rd. Okay, August 3rd at 6.
So it's on.
Yeah, August 3rd at 6 p.m. is the trade deadline. So that's on a Monday. So hopefully we can get on Sunday, that next Sunday, I would think it's August 8th or 9th, whatever it is, to get you and David on. I had to tell him now, so maybe he can't do it. Maybe we'll have to do the weekend after. So let's see. So the top target is Tariq Schoolball, obviously. Right?
No. It's Tarek Schoolball. You gotta pronounce it way wrong.
No, it says Tariq here. Tarek Schoolball.
No,
okay.
Tarek Schoolball. That's how you pronounce it.
I got the last name right.
You got the first. It's Tarek Schoolball.
Yeah, Schoolball. I got it right. He's the top target. The Tigers have been struggling this year, so they're gonna. And his contract is up anyway, so they're probably gonna want to move him. The Dodgers, the Braves, the Brewers, and the Yankees are cited as potential landing spots. If he goes to the Dodgers, that's just ridiculous at this point.
That pitcher for the Brewers, I can't pronounce his name right now. He's probably going to win NL Cy Young.
Yeah, I think I remember his name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. The major sellers are the New York Mets, obviously, with their horrible season. They already began their sell-off by trading AJ Minter to the Twins, so it's like
that same guy who called. Remember when he first came to the Mets? He was like, the other New York team on the other side, they're not as good as the Mets or whatever. Remember when?
Yeah, so he's gone. He's the first one they moved, and they're going to move a lot more people over the next week, until next week. So, they expected to move veterans like Freddie Peralta, Clay Holmes.
Freddie Peralta, he has an ERA of like over 5 or something.
They gonna want to move him, I mean, I'm sure a team's gonna take a flyer on him. And Clay Holmes. So I read on, I forget who, but it's Luke Weaver. The Yankees want Luke Weaver or Clay Holmes back. I'm like,
no, I don't want Clay Holmes back. I mean, with Luke Weaver doing really good lately, maybe, but I don't want Clay.
Yeah, he's been decent lately. Yeah. So, and Clay Holmes, isn't he a starter now? The Mets converted him to a starter. So, unless the Yankees put him back in the bullpen, but even then, he's making $20 million a year. I don't think he's worth that.
Imagine if the Yankees got traded for Tommy Kaly again.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember that incident in the playoffs a few years ago where he threw like 40 changeups in a row.
Changeup.
Yeah, eventually he got hammered. Let's see. The teams like the Red Sox, I can't believe the Red Sox are back in a playoff spot. Like they were awful at the beginning of the year. Now they're back in the playoff spot. And they're looking to improve the team. It's like, fuck. But yeah, we'll get to that maybe next Sunday. We'll see whether Dave can do it or not, because I would like him to be on too. Lori says, all I know about sports is I hope Argentina loses everything they do, and it really wants me to notice Sophie Cunningham, who's kind of hot. So we're going to be wrapping up now. I mean, or else I keep talking, and it'll be almost 10 o'clock about baseball. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out all of INN's other content on our main channel. Let's see. Witchy had to go, so I'm going to say goodbye on her behalf as well. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out our baseball review coming up. our first half review. And if there's a trailer 3 for GTA 6, I'm going to try to get everybody together for another show. If not, which is concerning me, there's no gameplay trailer yet, even though the game's coming out.
Gameplay, they always release it like a couple months before the release, or 2 months before the release.
Yeah, so hopefully that does come out because I'm getting a little concerned about.
We've been waiting for. Like,
Yeah. So
it's almost been 3 years now. We've only gotten 2 trailers, which is very disappointing.
yeah, it's bizarre their way they're promoting this game. Yeah, I would figure they would put out a couple more trailers right now.
Strauss Zelnick said that during the summer the marketing's going to really ramp up, but we've only gotten the pre-orders and the screenshots. And
that's bullshit. Their marketing is it's August, or tomorrow's August 1st, and they haven't done anything to market this game. So except for putting pre-orders up for ordering. So it's like they haven't done anything, dude. We're in August, so the summer's almost over. So actually, we're July 31st, but I'm just rounding up. So yeah, make sure you check out. Also, maybe do something about the Giants in football. I know Dave loved football, so we're gonna probably we'll do something with
the Giants. Finally, go back to the playoffs. Maybe win the Super Bowl. If the Patriots were able to do it last year, so the Giants.
Yeah, they hired a real head coach and Mike Vrabel, and immediately went to the Super Bowl. So. I'm not saying
Guard has potential, and Odell Beckham is back, and
so there's definitely potential for this Giants football team to at least make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Even they say they don't get back to the Super Bowl, but at least make the playoffs and be consistent.
Yeah.
Like I remember like people were complaining about Harbaugh, like, oh well, his teams only make the playoffs, but they don't win. I'm like, dude. If I'm a Giants fan, I'll take a playoff appearance every year. Like, I don't care, just get into the playoffs and be competent for once, So that's why I love the Harbaugh hiring. So, yeah, we'll get to that. I don't want to keep talking football or else it's like, oh, shit, it's almost 10 o'clock. So, yeah, we'll go do that. We'll probably do something with the new NBA season coming up with the Knicks, So check that out. Check that all out on Ian's other channel, The Ocho, and my personal channel. Subscribe to that as well. The links are down there. Want to thank everybody for watching. Like and subscribe. Have a nice rest of your weekend. We'll see you Friday for Angel in the afternoon, or Angel in the afternoon. Angel and Friends, and peace out.